Why do some people give birth quickly, whereas others take some times or days before they give birth? This is what we're going to discuss in today's video, and make sure that you watch every step of this because they are very important. If you miss one step, you may not really understand the video in full. So before you hear is Nurse Amara Ozadigwe, a registered nurse midwife practicing in Nigeria. And today, just like I've introduced this topic, we are going to look into it because I've heard so many women comparing themselves with others when they come to the delivery room. How do I mean? You know, if you have worked in the labor ward, or you have helped someone, or you have been with someone who was in labor, you understand what I mean. Someone may be in labor, you may come to the hospital for, say, in the morning, and someone just walked into the hospital at 4 p.m. and in the next 1 hour the person just give birth, whereas this other person have been in the hospital for the past 2 days. Now this video is going to discuss why some women take some time before they give birth, whereas some people give birth quickly. So we are going to discuss everything about that. And having said that, you can just find out that I'm smiling. My daughter is somewhere here and she's just busy on her own, making her own joyful noise. So you may be hearing her voice at the course of this video. Just ignore the voice and focus on the message. Guys, straight to the point. To start this video, I'm going to talk about the 6 P's. The 6 P's of delivery. These 6 P's are the things that aid delivery. They are the things that can say that this woman's delivery can be as long or short. And this also explains why 2 labor or why 2 pregnancies are not the same. Even in the same woman, a woman may give birth quickly in this pregnancy, and in the next pregnancy she may not give birth quickly. So these 6 P's, they are the things that are going to aid us into this. So the first one among the P's is the passage. We're going to talk about the passenger, the power, the position, and the presenting part, Parity, the psych, and perception. So I'm going to explain these 6 points in details. The first P here is the passage. And when we are talking about the passage, we are talking about the canal through which this baby is going to come out from the uterus to the outside world. So what has the passage to do with the fast delivery or delayed delivery of a baby? So in the passage, we talk about first the woman's pelvis. We talk about the woman's pelvis, which is the pelvis is the bony framework. It's the bony framework that you find, just like, let me say, the hip of a woman. That is where you find this woman pelvis, and it's the bony framework through which the baby navigates its way to be born. So we have different kinds of pelvis. There is only one type that aids delivery vaginally, as in that aids the woman to deliver vaginally, and is known as gynecological pelvis. This gynecological pelvis, you find it more in women, and why it aids delivery is because it allows the fetal head to fit smoothly into its pubic arc, and also because of its unique features, that is, it has a well-rounded brim and also a generous forepelvis, straight side walls, and shallow cavity. And this, you cannot find it in other types of pelvis like the android, the Cephalo, and other types of pelvis. So that's not what I'm going to show you this, but in anatomy you see that it's only the gynecological pelvis that have a very well-rounded brim, and this allows the head of the baby to be able to pass and navigate well. Some women don't have this gynecological pelvis. Some women actually came with the male type of pelvis, which is known as the android pelvis, and this android pelvis cannot aid proper delivery vaginally. It will be difficult for the head of the baby to navigate its way because of their sharp ischial spines and their well-rounded brim. Some have kidney-shaped brim, heart-shaped brim, and this will not allow the baby's head to do what? To lap very well in order to move and come out outside the world. So when a woman's pelvis is not gynecological type, it tends to delay the delivery, and sometimes it causes what is known as cephalopelvic disproportion. Then another part of the passage also is the cervix. So the rate at which a woman's cervix dilates while she is in labor will also determine how fast she is going to give birth. The woman's cervix is supposed to be dilating, as in if you come by 1 p.m. it's supposed to that when it is being checked at 3 p.m. that there are some cm, at least it must have dilated to some cm. So when a woman's cervix dilates fast, it helps labor, but when it doesn't, then it can delay the delivery. Second one is the passage, the fetus. We're talking about the fetus. The fetus is the baby. So the size of the baby matters for proper delivery to take place. There are some babies that are so big, there are some that are small. The size of this fetus helps also to know whether labor will progress in some women, because in some women the head of the baby may be bigger than their pelvis, like I explained initially, and when this occurs there may be cephalopelvic disproportion. Cephalo is cephalic, which is the medical name for head, whereas pelvis is just when the head of the baby cannot fit smoothly into the pelvis. It causes the labor to delay, but when the condition is fair, the baby's head can move, then things can move well. So just know that the size of the baby also affects the length of labor. The third one is power. When we talk about power, we talk about the mother's ability to push out this baby, the mother's medical condition, the mother's whole being as a person. So the mother's power will be assessed both while the labor is going on and even before labor begins. Some women during labor, they will feel so weak. During labor, they may not have that strength again to carry along with the painful uterine contraction or the push of the baby. So the mommy's power also has a hand to do with the progress of labor. Then the fourth one is the position and also the presenting part of the baby. Position of a baby. The baby is supposed to be presenting with the fetus, that is with the head. The baby is supposed to be presenting with the head. But there are some babies that present with hand. There are some that present with their faces. There are some that present with their leg, that is footling. Then there are others that are sitting down. So the natural way of a baby's presentation is supposed to be fetus, because when uterine contraction comes, the fetus will be pressing on the lower part of the uterus, which helps to open up the cervix, to be pressing on the cervix, whereby helping it to dilate. So when a baby is presenting with another part other than the fetus, it may also affect the length of the labor. Do you understand? So it may affect the length of the labor. Then there are also, we talk about the position in this fourth one, the position of the baby. The baby is supposed to be coming with a cephalic position, that is with the head down. But some babies will sit down, some babies will lie across, that is transverse. Then some will be coming with sitting down is bridge. Some will be coming with their leg, their face, or their hand. Other conditions that block the lower part of the uterus. So when this position, if the baby's position is not cephalic, sometimes, in fact most times, it affects the length of labor. So the position and the presenting part of the baby has a hand with the length of labor and how long delivery can take. Then the fifth one is, we talk about the parity. In parity, we are talking about the number of children that this woman already have before the current one that she's already in labor with. What do I mean? Say a woman like now, I'm a first-time mom, but the day I gave birth, the people that we are for in labor, now every one of them have about 3-4 children. The other one have 4, the other one have 2, the other one have about 2 as well. So I'm the only first-time mom, and I was in labor before one of them came in, and she gave birth faster than I did. And now that parity has a hand to do with the length of delivery. So for first-time moms who we call primary gravida, as in a woman who is pregnant for the first time, their labor may take longer than a woman who has already given birth 1 or 2 or 3 times before. So the parity of a woman determines how quickly or how slow the labor can be. Then the final one here is the psyche or the perception. The perception of the mother towards delivery, the perception of the mother on what labor is very, very important, because it helps her to either stay positive or negative throughout the process. This one can be brought in so many ways. Sometimes it can. So these are the 6 P's that can make a woman to either give birth quickly or stay in the hospital for long. So when you see a relation, when you see someone who has been in labor for so many days, this may be, any of these points may be one of the reasons, and the much you can do is to support such a person. And this is also where you will learn why a woman is often booked for CS even when she has already dilated for some cm and the labor refuses to progress. It can be either of these factors. So having said that, I know that you enjoyed this video. I know that in my spirit that you enjoyed this video, and if you do, kindly drop a comment, like the video, and then you can share the videos as well to your single friends and to any pregnant woman that you know around you. And having said that, thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe to my channel if you like, and also share the channel link. I will leave the link in the description box. And having said that, see you next in our video. Bye.